Latricia, girl, you made yourself look a little bad in this episode. You're too new to do all this back and forth things. So of course we already know that she knows Martell. Martell tried to act like he didn't know her when they were at Stormy's house to discuss the gala. So she goes along with it, acting all weird, right? So this episode, Stormy, Latricia, and Destiny goes to the gym to work out. Stormy doesn't work out, she's just there, talking, right? So she brings up to Latricia that Martell was like, yeah, she been over the house a few times. Latricia's like, no, that's not true. What would possess him to say that? I haven't been to his house. Basically back and forth about we were supposed to go to the gym or something, but then we go forward to her talking to Ken, and she's telling him, well, I did go over his house. Well, I'm not sure if it was a gym or his house, but we didn't make it to the gym. This is what I'm getting. What I'm getting is she went over to Martell's house for whatever reason. They may have not had an intercourse, but they did something. Something was done. And as she said 4 years ago now, that's around the time he either got divorced. I don't know if he was still married legally, and maybe that's why she don't want to. But like Ken was saying, I don't care about what happened before me. It was before me, so I mean, I can't really get into that. But what I can get into is if you're not telling me the truth, and then people are in my face, it's his words playing in my face about you being over dude's house. And I feel like Latricia really could have shut this down when they were at Stormy's house discussing that gala, and he came in, hey, what's your name? She could have easily shut that down by being like, you know what, Martell, don't act like you don't know me. You know me through your brother. Come on now. And we could not have been talking about this 3-4 episodes later if she had just did it like that. But instead she wants to basically play along with it. It's like, look, you're better off telling Ken, look, we dibble-dabbled a little bit, that is it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Martell is in Ken's face, talking, sniggling and giggling. I feel like he's getting a kick. Honestly, I feel like Martell gets a kick out of kind of seeing other people go through stuff. Like Destiny came over to his house, and he was like, yeah, well, Sonny and Moses are getting a house here in Huntsville. And of course, they were looking at Martell's house that he built, going through Courtney, who's the realtor. And I feel like he kind of liked that. He liked seeing Destiny squirm about that to me. It's kind of like he's like, yeah, I spent a few seasons going through a divorce, having baby mama issues with Melody. Now I get to watch other people suffer in their personal lives. That's what it's giving me. Because he was all too happy to talk about Sonny and Moses getting this house. So, and Love and Marriage Huntsville, they're taking a break. They'll be back in like 3 weeks, I think. I think they said they're coming back August 17th. So anyway, we move on to Marceau and Tisha, and they're discussing how Blaque got shut down because people were complaining about, I don't know, some kind of ordinance. But he was basically saying there's, top dogs in the black community in Huntsville that kind of want him to, I guess, kiss their butts, what's it called, grease their palms. And he's saying he doesn't want to do that. He's going on his own about this. And it's sad because I believe him. I do. I believe him. I think you have people that feel like they are a part of an elite group. And if you are not trying to join forces with them, they're going to try everything to mess up what you had. And so Blaque had to get shut down for a little bit. He has to go to court and fight all this stuff. And, I'm totally with Marceau on that. Because he was mentioning, he said, people come from out of town to come to Blaque. He said nobody's coming to Huntsville from out of town except for to go to the Rocket Center place. Now, of course, you know, there's people that travel to Huntsville from out of town, but I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like the show, thankfully for them, has brought people who may have not known about Blaque to want to go see it. Like last time I was in Huntsville, it wasn't there. They hadn't built it yet, but I would like to go and chill out too. But you know, it's sad that he has to go through that. And Huntsville is such a small town, so I'm pretty sure he knows these people that are in these elite spaces in the Black community there that feel like any Black I was not going to say company, but company, whatever organization has to kind of go through them so they can say, hey, you know, all this that you see in Huntsville and our community is through us, you know. And Tiffany was tearing up about it, and she was like, well, what if it's hard? And Marcel was like, I don't give a F, and I'm totally into that. Fight for it. Fight for your business, man. And I hope he has an influx of people. I know Funky Dineva had a down to the bar greeting there, like, was it Memorial Day weekend? I think it was in May. And that brought a lot of people there, and, you know, people that may not have known about it. So shout out to Marcel for standing his ground. I really hope that you work through that. Most of this episode was basically, I would say, formed around Latricia and her. I'm going to come back to that. But anyway, so Stormy and Courtney are talking about moving to Los Angeles, expanding their business, which I think would be great. But I wonder if they move to Los Angeles, they're going to be off the show, right? Because they can't really shoot it. It wouldn't make sense for cameras and producers to go all the way over there to shoot something. And it's supposed to be here in Huntsville. So I would hate to see them leave the show. I actually think they're a great asset to the show, not just because of their personalities and all that, but the fact that Stormy has a multi-million or at least $1 million business running. Homegirl has warehouses, people working under her. She's going viral on TikTok with her little body glazes, and I myself have used some of the products. So I feel like that's something motivational to look at. Because Melody has her stuff too, but Stormy is like, she's out there with it. And she has talked a lot about how she's worked hard for it, lost it all, was really down financially because of the business, but now it is, it is flourishing. And I hope that if they do have something going on in Los Angeles, maybe they can have somebody else run the day-to-day, and she can still stay in Huntsville, her and Courtney and their baby. So yeah, like I said, it was pretty much, most of this episode, I'm looking at my notes, was pretty much bulked around Latricia and everything. My advice to Latricia, it might be too late, because first impressions mean a lot, but this is reality TV. If you don't want your business out there, you really shouldn't be on the show, because it seems like she didn't want it to get out there that she was with Martell doing something. If it was purely innocent, I feel like she would have said that, but she kept the phrases she was using, like, well, we didn't make it to the gym. Okay, so y'all were supposed to go to the gym and then y'all got caught up doing something else. Like, I think she's afraid of how she might look. The fact that she didn't tell, you know, her sister that she was going to get a divorce. Like, you might be too secretive for the show. I think with Tiffany and I forgot her husband's name, but anyway, when Tiffany and them were on, it was kind of like that with them. She didn't really, she was kind of secretive, and her main thing was kind of instigating other people's stuff. Now Latricia doesn't do instigating, and I like that about her, but it's like, girl, you're gonna have to just tell the truth. I think Ken would appreciate it better if you just tell him, look, me and Martell, you know, we did a little something. It wasn't nothing It was one, well, I can't even say it's one time because Martell said she came to the house a few times. So, I don't know, but Ken seems like a good guy overall. He really does. And I actually wish the best for him and Latricia. But Latricia, you're going to have to be truthful and forthcoming if you want any relationship to work. Alright, so shout out to my 65 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well. And you know you can subscribe. Just push that button. Like, comment, share, all of that. And I'm going to get on out of here. Probably catch something on Prime. My Max is still off right now because I'm, you know, doing a little bit of budgeting. But you should definitely get something here from me soon before the week is up. Alright, until next time, y'all. Peace and blessings.